Hey kids, and welcome to the show. Today I'm going to talk to you about a serious topic, but an important topic, and one that comes up in a lot of my groups on Facebook and among the world, and that is getting veterans benefits, especially veterans disability benefits. A lot of veterans feel like they don't deserve it. And I'm hoping that this video will help you to kind of understand what the VA benefits really are versus them just being like a disability or a welfare kind of thing. A lot of soldiers think, well, I served and I'm hurt, but I can still do work. If you remember when you swore your oath, one of those things you signed was that you would not sue the military for your injuries. You were completely unable to sue the military. If your dumbass sergeant made you do something and it was dumb and you got your arm cut off, you can't sue the military. However, the Veterans Administration has been put in place as a benefit, and it's not an entitlement, it is a settlement, because we are unable as soldiers to sue the government. So they set up the Veterans Administration as basically a settlement, like a class action lawsuit. Think of it like that. And the veterans that have been injured are beneficiaries of that lawsuit. Being disabled as a vet doesn't mean that you are unable to do something. Sometimes you may get a 0 disability rating, and that is good. That means that you were injured in service. Something happened in service that you were injured. If that had happened on somebody's private property, you would have been able to sue them. You can't sue the military. So I'm going to give you one of my injuries just because it's a stupid one, and I'm going to just let you know that one is not real serious. I was running a PT test on the traditional quarter-mile track, and I always had a hard time with the run. I could do it, but I always had a hard time with it. My roommate, man, he used to push me. Anyway, I'm running, and I'm hugging that inside lap, and my ankle gave up. Went right off the track. Tore a ligament. To this day, that ankle's all wobbly and wonky. Yeah, so I have a rating on my ankle. You have to understand that this benefit is for you. It is a benefit, not an entitlement. It is a benefit. It is a settlement because you were injured. Now, you're hurting and you don't know why. You served in the military and your back aches. It's very possible that you sustained an injury in the military that was underdiagnosed, let's say. For example, I have a broken vertebrae that was underdiagnosed as a strained muscle, but the x-rays showed different. Anyway, I digress. If you are hurting and you are a veteran, you need to go ahead and request all your medical records, which is your right. Look through them and say, my back hurts, and oh, look, I went to such and such TMC or whatever you guys called in the other branches, and yeah, that was when I fell off the truck and I broke my knee or whatever, tore an ACL, whatever it was. And yeah, I tore my ACL and I have never been able to bear weight on that ever since. Well, guess what? That is a service-connected disability. So you can do this yourself, and I encourage you to do it yourself because it's not that hard, I promise. You can go to a volunteer, a VFW, an American Legion, and have somebody help you get set up and get going, or ask them some questions for free. Do that. Don't hire an attorney. Don't hire an attorney, because what they're going to ask you for is your back pay. And then they're going to drag it out, trying to get as much of a rating as possible for you. Because the more back pay, the more money they make. So never give anybody part of your benefits. Those are yours. It's because you got hurt. So what you need to do is go ahead, request your medical records, look through them, fill out VA.gov, go to eBenefits, get yourself an account set up, and apply for benefits. Start doing that. Go get your VA medical card. If you are a veteran, honorable discharge, you can get medical services at the VA. Doesn't matter if you're disabled or not. That's something else that a lot of people don't understand. Doesn't matter if you're disabled or not. Make sure you understand you can go to the VA and get medical attention. You do want to go there, go through eligibility, get a little VA card, makes it a lot easier, but you have health insurance. It might not be great. You go to the VA, it's covered. You go someplace else that's not service connected, you're gonna get a bill. You might get a bill from the VA, but as you get your ratings, let's say you get a prescription, you have to pay a copay, and all of a sudden you get a rating of 50% or 60%, all of a sudden they're gonna just send you a check back for your whatever you spent. So I started working with the VA when I lost my health insurance because of a service-connected injury that just kind of popped up on me. And so I wasn't able to have insurance. The Affordable Care Act kind of screwed that up, and that's a video for another day. However, I went to the VA because I heard that I could get care. I got eligibility started. I went and I talked to somebody in mental health. You should definitely do that. At the end of every video, I have a number, so definitely call that if you are hurting or think you are hurting. Yeah, call that number. There's people out there. Go to the veterans pages. They will help you out. Ask specific questions. There's a lot of misinformation. So let's say you've gotten this far. You've gotten your application in, or you got your application, you're filling it out. Here's what you need to do. You need to not bullshit, okay? And I apologize for using that word, but that's just the only word to use. You can't bullshit on that paperwork. Don't say something that's not true. It's not true. You definitely deserve this benefit. However, if you are just doing it because you want to check, then don't do it, because some of those attorneys will do funky stuff like that, but don't do it. Just write your story. Take time and write your story, because what you write in the story is the most important thing. It's not the injury. It's how the injury occurred, how it's affecting you, how it's affecting your current work life. Take your time and write that down. Write those paragraphs, those remarks, give them to someone to proofread. And just know that you may get denied. Appeals happen, and those are easy to happen. Those are easy to go. You never know how long it's going to take. You do e-benefits. You can have an answer within a couple of months if you're not lying. If you're just telling the truth and you're telling your story and you're legit, 3 months, 3 to 6 months. Seriously, it goes quick. Now, if you're trying to skirt some stuff, I've seen people go 5, 6, 7 years and actually get worse while they're doing it just because they're trying to win this award. That's not what this is about. This is so you can kind of live your life. It's, if you get a 30% rating, then you get a small check that just helps you a little bit, okay? It's not this golden goose, 100% rating isn't that much. It's like 38,000. You can look it up. It's not much. It's a year, and then you can't, but it's important that you have that, because those other benefits that are there are important. Prescription, your VA benefits, to go to the Veterans Administration, your burial benefits. Once you set that up, you can set that up all for your family. It's a good thing to set it up for your family. You can even request, like I said, you can request your records. You can request your DD-214s, your mortgage stuff. Everything happened right there on ebenefits.com. Or .gov. I will link the eBenefits one in the description so you guys can link on the right one, but just Google search it. It's pretty easy to find. So if you're sitting back saying, man, I don't deserve this. Yeah, maybe not. Nobody really deserves it. But as a 17, 18, 19-year-old kid that raised your hand and said, you know what? Whatever you need, Uncle Sam, and said, I won't sue you. You won't get mad at you. Yeah, you deserve it. If you got hurt, if you got injured, if your service is keeping you from living your life in its entirety, then you should fill out that form. And if your service was awesome, you never got hurt, you were great, I appreciate and love that, you still should get yourself set up so that way you can set up your funeral stuff and all that stuff, because you do have benefits out there that you don't even know about that don't have anything to do with a disability check, but there's some great things out there for you. So I sound like a commercial for e-benefits, but I really want to tell you guys, don't pay people to do stuff that you can do on your own. And you can just go to an American Legion or a VFW hall or you can go to any VA, walk in and say, hey, I need some help with this. And 25 vets will jump up and help you. So until next time, work hard, be kind, have fun. And if you made it this far, give me a like. I appreciate it. Have a great day.